And good afternoon, or I guess maybe almost evening time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Wrong Side Simulations. Bringing the best content from the wrong side of the airplane, the right seat. And as always, my name is Blake, and I am a real-world flight dispatcher, aiming to bring you a little more context to your flight sim viewing experience. And today, just going to have us a nice, chill episode. A little something different. Instead of flying some airliners, we're going to do just a little Miltech MH-60 with a little scenic aerial flight of the Florida Keys. We're going to fly from the very southern tip of the Keys down here at this Coast Guard base and fly up to Miami and land at the Miami airport. We're going to swing down and around South Beach, kind of take a look at downtown Miami. A lot of pretty condos and skyscrapers and stuff, and then we'll kind of shoot through and go to the airport and land and call it a day. So very chill, very laid back. I've just kind of been in the mood for some helicopters lately, and I love this Miltech MH-60. So that's on the agenda for today. As always, huge shout out to all of the channel members, and that's going to be the one and only, the lovely, the dear Callie Simmer, followed by Marco, my man, Image Seeker, Kyle Lewis, Captain Nate, AJJ, Wes Burson, David Isaac, Dustin, Mickey Mike, D-Champ, Captain Johnny Bravo, Rib, Alvin O'Neill, Johan Jacobs, Captain Tango, AC, Jet Kid, and Josh Sioux Falls. Huge shout out to all those guys for their continued support. Means the most. And in the chat we got my dear Callie Simmer. Hey, happy Sunday to you. Wes is in the house. Great to see you, Wes. Marco, what's up, man? Let's go. Plane nuts. Oh, rotor head stuff. Yes, sir. We're going to try to anyways. And we got Chris in the house. Chris, welcome. Great to see you, my friend. So for those of y'all who were here the last time we flew this helicopter, we flew it along the panhandle of Florida into Alabama to attempted a rescue. Could not pick up the person, so we're not going to be doing that again today. I don't want to waste y'all's time with flying around in circles for 30 minutes trying to pick up somebody. So we're just going to fly the helicopter and have a pretty look around. We are in 2020 today. I wanted to try this helicopter out with chase plane, hence we got this beautiful scenic cut of the helicopter. But with that, you get the fickleness of 2020 and head tracking, and I didn't have track IR started whenever I started the sim, so I killed the sim, restarted it, and still for whatever reason head tracking is not working. So that's okay. Chase plane makes things a lot easier. It's just, you know, in a helicopter it's ideal to have a little head track and be able to look around. Thanks to your wrong side. In my second flight today in 24, so far it's going pretty well. Good. I'm telling you, when you can look around and things become like quick and easy and seamless, your flying itself gets better on top of just, you know, the overall experience. So now, since the last time we flew this helicopter, I haven't flown it again. So hopefully we can figure out how to start it. But you know, when in doubt, we'll just Control E it. But I am going to start with taking these doors off. That way we can kind of look outside as we're flying around. So let's go config, and we're going to remove those chalks, remove the covers. And move those doors. Nice. Close that door in the back. I'm gonna leave that hook door open so we can look out of it during the flight. Alright, now let's see if we can remember this shit. AP fuel boost pump to on. That's not a good sign. What am I missing? Fuel boost pumps we need. Last try, otherwise we're just going to Control E this shit. I knew I should have watched a video to refresh my mind. Fuck ass piece of shit. Need to get my controls set up for 24, then I think I'll give flight a try. I think you'll like it. It's finally coming along a bit, especially with Sim Update 3. It'll be a lot easier to set up your controls now. The logic behind setting up the controls is a little wonky, but how fast you can do it is much better. But really, if you go into it with the mindset of just kind of replicating how you have things in 2020, it'll be somewhat fast. Low rotor RPM. Torpedo heat's on. All the stuff it's saying is off is on. Alright, I think we're good. Well, like I said, it's been a minute since I've flown this helicopter. So you're gonna have to bear with me. Which way we want to leave this thing? Nice we had a windsock to look at. Water looks really good. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. My major issue was the performance 24 was a stutter. Ah, gotcha. Well, maybe that'll be resolved now with 24. Alright, Lord help us. Let's give this a shot. Damn. Rudder pedals. That's why I need head tracking so we can pan things up. And that's why I went with 2020. A little chase plane. Making a quick pit stop here. I want to set up one more view. I figured this would be a cool little spot. All right. Let's rock and roll. FO Pilot, what's up, man? So Marco said I just reinstalled 2024. Still struggle with VRAM, but maybe I need to check settings. Cali Simmer does too. It seems like it's kind of a common thing. Fucking love chase plane. But y'all just enjoy the beauty of the sim. Looks so fucking good. Alright guys, let's go to Marathon. We're going to stop at Marathon, pick up one of our rescue swimmers, and then continue on to Miami. J Queen, what's up, man? That's what you always want to hear in the cockpit is Lord help us. I know I'm way late to reading that, but yeah, man, you never know with me and helicopters. But guys, if you're enjoying the absolute beautiful scenery of this flight, this helicopter that Chase Plane has given us, smash that like button. I think the next flight we're going to do will be in 2024. The next MH-60 flight we're going to do will be in 2024, and I think we'll fly through Yosemite National Park. I used about half of my VRAM after Sim Update 3. Before Sim Update 3 was using 3/4. Oh, okay, well hell, there you go. It's a good improvement. The helicopters use the runway, yeah. Yeah, they definitely can. In fact, I think they even, like in low IFR, they'll shoot an ILS, land on the runway, and then they can like ground taxi in. If it's got skids, you're gonna have to air taxi. Why are we freezing up? They're hauling ass. Interesting. All my life, I thought they didn't. Yep. Yeah, they definitely can. I've watched, especially if you have like a bunch of them. Sometimes it's easier for them if like they're coming in single file to just land on the runway. Back when I worked ground operations in Monroe, we've got a couple army bases around Louisiana. Have a lot of rotary, and Blackhawks and Apaches and some others would stop in to get fuel. A lot of times there was a bunch of them, like 6, 8 of them. They'd come in single file and just land on the runway, and then just kind of roll out in a ground taxi. That way it's like kind of more manageable for everybody. And then also when taking off, they would all taxi out to the runway. The lead would kind of continue taxiing down the runway, and they'd all kind of get into a staggered line, and then they all take off together. Looks super cool. Can't open that while flying? Oh, there it goes. Scare the shit out of that sailboat. Now if I just had a wingman to fly with, that'd be dope. I think this is the 7 Mile Bridge right here. See, I tried the Adobo 737 Max and the T7. T7 was way better. Ooh, what was that? I didn't mean to hit that. I wonder how many times in the stream I'm gonna say I love chase plane. If only the cars were actually on the damn bridge and not underwater or on the water. So I've got, oh, I forgot to show you all this. Hey. So I've got Foreflight running in the background, and this thing is losing its mind. Obstacles, all that good stuff. We're coming up on Marathon. So we'll land there. I'll catch up in the chat, get a little more gas, and keep it going. There's Marathon right at 12 o'clock. Alright, we got a wind off our right side. A light wind. Open that door for him. Which one is it? Cabin. Alright, he's back here. He is ready to go. I don't know where the fuel gauge is on this thing. Probably somewhere in here. I don't know. Hopefully. Oh, it's right here. £1,500 of gas. Let's see. Yeah, let's fuel it back up. We burned quite a bit on that. But anyways, I tried the Adobo 737 Max in the T7. The T7 is way better on them performance-wise. I don't even know what T7 is, to be honest. When I think of helicopters, I think of vertical takeoffs and horizontal. Yeah, and you absolutely can. But I think the runway, if you're solo or maybe like a two-ship, landing on runway is primarily going to be, you know, IMC, IFR, but VFR, definitely going to be a lot more of the vertical takeoffs and landings. I just put that subload over the rotor wash. That would have been funny, wouldn't it? Kenny, my man, how's it going, dude? Great to see you. Alright, let's keep it going. Let's get on over to Miami. Miami. Skirt. Took my eyes off for a sec. Got some obstacles over there. Let's do this. I don't like that. Can't tell the hell I'm doing. Birds. Gotcha. Gotcha, nuts. Gotcha. And you say T7, like I'm gonna think literally T7, like a T6 or something. It's a hell of a house right there. How many of y'all have ever driven this A1A route down to Key West or up from Key West? It's not nearly as scenic as you would think it would be. In fact, it's pretty fucking boring. It's like 35, 45 mile an hour the entire way. And death. Road just falls out from under you. Oh, Wes, you haven't been to Florida? That's alright, you ain't missing shit. My man, Shadow. Dude, I almost flew the 7.3 today, and I was going to do that specifically for you. No MEL, no CDL, 737, 800 for tail strike avoidance. Yeah, tail strike avoidance on the helicopter. Yeah, we don't want to strike the little tail wheel. We strike the tail wheel, and the world's going to end. Hey Shadow, that little program that shows the outside of the airplane for the World Flight Sim, can you like overlay chase plane with that, where you can get flybys and taxi bys and cinematic, and like stuff like we're doing right now, stuff like this? That would be dope. I'm watching and playing the theme song from yeah, I can't remember what that song's called. I overlaid it on a YouTube short when we flew the Grand Canyon in the helicopter. There's an Air National Guard base near me that's heli training center. Back when they had Hueys, I'd go up and watch them do auto rotate practice and slide on the skids. That's dope. I've never seen a helicopter do an auto rotate in person. I think the weather in Miami is kind of shit, so we might be flying into some shit. So we're going to continue flying up this road. We'll get all the way down to Ocean Reef Club. We'll kind of drop down and fly through there, take a little aerial look. Then we'll fly down South Beach and the skyline of Miami, and then we'll turn in. There's a couple other MH-60s that are parked and we'll go land next to. I've seen this little tower thing on the left in person. I've always wondered what that is. I guess maybe it's just a cell tower. That's a great idea. Holy smokes! I hope, yeah, man. If that would work. Oh. Now the only catch with that is, and maybe it's not that big of a catch. After so many minutes of inactivity. So like I guess if you're not like clicking in, because I noticed that that window is kind of like running separately from everything else, right? So if you're not clicking in there, fooling with it, then it will go to cinematic mode. I think that's like every. You can set it to. I think the longest it'll go is 30 minutes. So if it goes 30 minutes without inactivity, it'll switch to a cinematic mode like this, where it just kind of pans around and gives separate shots. Or different shots. Woo, just flew through birds. But shit, you know, by the time we're airborne, that's kind of the thing you want anyways. But I think chase plane with that would be freaking amazing. Alright, we're starting to make it up towards mainland Florida. I thought about going to Key West when I was in Tampa, but it's an 8-hour drive. I was like, nope, plenty of good beaches here. Yeah, and honestly, there's not a lot of beach in Key West. And the beaches that they do have, a lot of them are covered with rocks, which I'm sure helps fight erosion and stuff. But I've been to Key West a few times, and it's kind of like a tropical New Orleans, and there's not a ton of beach. So you were better off staying up there. And honestly, half of that 8-hour drive is this flight that we're doing right here. From Fort Lauderdale, where I used to live, it's like 3.5, 4 hours. Because the damn speed limits are so slow. In Monroe County, does not play. Come on, thing. I've seen it, and it ended tail being chopped off. That's crazy. We're coming up on Manatee, which is a very popular and common used waypoint here in South Florida. When come here if it's on SIDS, stars, or both. But everybody knows where Manatee's at. Cool little marina right here. Man, there's birds down here like crazy. Good thing they're not red as like a collisionable object. Man, when I see stuff like that, when I see that, like that field right there, I just want to like slam on the brakes and go land on it. See our shadow down there. It's the cartel. Gosh, it looks so good. My man Shaq, what up, dude? Good afternoon, all. Happy Sunday. Wow, these views are amazing, man. I'm telling you, chase plane makes helicopter flying just like 30 times better. I was saying earlier, I think the next helicopter flight I'm going to do will be through Yosemite in 2024. But I want to see if there is any parallel 42 sceneries that we can leave or arrive into. So our next stop is going to be Ocean Reef Club. We're going to do a little low flyby on Ocean Reef. We've got mainland Florida off in the distance, along with some weather. Is somebody able to look up the METAR for Miami and see what Miami's weather's doing? Although this is 2020 and the weather's like an hour or two behind. They've been getting weather for a while. Alright, so this bridge right here to our left, this is what takes you into South Florida. Everything else straight ahead is kind of taking you down, I think, into like privately owned, secluded communities for the rich, like South and South Beach. Let's see what we got. Appreciate that, Wes. Miami, winds 170 at 410 statute miles, fuel at 2,500, scattered 6,000, scattered 11,000, broke 25,000, temperatures 28, dew point 24, 299.94. CB's distance southwest, northwest, northeast, moving northeast. Okay, so that might have some weather move over them. Appreciate you sending that. Dang, I wish I could get my 2020 to look this good. Yeah, I guess gotta crank all the settings up, I guess. That is kind of the cool thing, right? It's like, for the most part, like all of our systems can pretty much look the same. It's just a matter of add-ons for like airports and just cranking the settings up, having a computer that can handle cranking the settings up. Now, these power lines you're seeing, that's a separate mod called Global Power Lines. We keep getting stutters because we're flying so low and it's having to generate all of these, all the ground details. Love that ground level view. That is fucking cool. Alright, so 07 Fox Alpha up ahead. That's going to be Ocean Reef. My PC would melt if I did that. Yeah, I guess the other side of it too, right, is if you're flying in like HD versus 2K or 4K. I can't remember what I have. I think I have the stream set up for 4K. Little golf course right there. See, now we're getting down into these super wealthy areas. Try flying from this side for a minute, shall we? Come on, bitch. Nah, I don't like this side. So as you can see, it says private on the runway. So you can only land here with prior permission. Whack their bushes for them. This is hard to do from this view. A private little airport. There's a terminal right there to the left. Not much to it. Wait, what is that private? Yeah, it's that is Ocean Reef. 07 Fox Alpha. It is south of Miami. Fires! What's going on, dude? Hey, Shakalicious. Those clouds overhead look a bit ominous. Yes, they do. And we're going to fly into them. There's, again, mainland Florida off to our west. We're still over some of these keys. Man, must be loading some shit in. Alright, so we're going to be crossing some open water here shortly. I don't know why why my charts are flip-flopped. Showing correct there. Somehow that got turned. And that messed that up. Huh. Oh well. Howdy, guys. How'd the landing go? Oh, Cali got. I was like, fires, are you? I love this thing. I'm not a pro at it yet by any means. I can take off and land and hover and stuff, like kinda hover. But like when it comes time to rescue people, that's when I start struggling. Now I do have Modern Cities Miami installed. I don't know exactly what all of Miami it puts in, but get it down there towards the water. I'm getting real sick of Foreflight yelling at me about terrain. Auto flight, then radar radar altitude will save you. Oh yeah, I could imagine. I just haven't learned how to use that yet. I've watched a little bit of a few different YouTube videos on that. I just haven't tried using it yet myself. Zippy, what's up, man? Good good late evening for you. Maintenance department approves this. Old Cali struts. Alright, we're starting to get into Miami. Cue up the Cuban music. That boat run aground. Right next to a damn lighthouse of all things. Good job, dum-dum. Say what up to all these losers. People that live in Miami, from my experience, are some of the most shallow, materialistic, fake, status-driven pieces of shit in the southern portion of the United States. See that baseball field? I just want to go land on it. Or I can go land on the golf course and fuck up people's golf. Lived down here for a couple years and I fucking hated it. Hated it. Are those birds I'm seeing? Yes. Yes, sir. We're just making blended bird stew. We should chase some of these boats. Like, cartel! Alright, so you can definitely tell the difference between the add-on buildings versus the satellite buildings. Huge, huge difference. Here is South Beach. It looked nice. Yeah, this is definitely Miami. Everything in Miami just like feels old, looks old. I was never a fan of South Beach. Look at him, look at him. He's just running over people. Said skirt. Not gonna lie, this is pretty dope. I think I've been able to dish the name. I do a kablamo landing and stress is right back attached. That's funny. Black Hawk chopped gizzard for dinner. That's right. Could always land the backyard of Mar-a-Lago. That's true. That's what I love about helicopters, man. You just go land anywhere. Alright, so we've pretty much passed Miami. Everything else is going to be like Lauderdale. Tell you what, we're gonna make a little deviation. We're gonna go down towards Lauderdale, overfly the airport. We'll pass the Hard Rock, and then come back in and land. I think. I don't know if I want to go that far. Bitch, look behind me. I don't want to be low. I want to go look down that way. It's interesting how they like chose to do some buildings and not other buildings. Like that tall one there, that's those two, that one and that one are clearly handmade, and then the rest are satellite. Alright, instead of going all the way down there, here's what we're going to do. God, I wish I had my head tracking on. There it is. Hola, frijoles. Coast Guard's back in town. Alright, we're gonna fly down towards that downtown area and land and call it a day. We have enough gas in this chopper to fly to your house? No, I don't think so. No, maybe we do. Like so before I loaded up, I told it to load up 75% fuel, and the flight from Key West to Marathon had us land with 23%. But yet I don't think it really added that much fuel, because we've been flying along for a while, and last time I looked at the gas it was 3,900 pounds and we're at 3,800 pounds, so I don't think it loaded up as much as I told it to last time. cool flight would be in the mountains with snow, low visibility. Well, maybe not cool for you. So actually, the last time I flew this helicopter, I think I tried that. We did some flying in Gulf Shores, and then I loaded up at the Grand Canyon, and I made it snowy with low IFR, and was using FLIR to fly, and ended up crashing into the wall, to the canyon wall. And then I looked down and I realized that I still had, like, I had my camera on just my face, and I didn't have the sim showing, so nobody could even see what I was doing in the first place. And I got mad and I killed the sim and deleted it. Deleted that episode. It's like it never happened. I don't know why it yells at you like that. I don't think a Black Hawk would yell at you like that. Alright, let's see if we can find us like a helipad on. If you can't land on these buildings, like, what's the point? Oh, we're inside of a TFR. I think I see one over here. That looks like one to me. Oh my gosh. I think it's loading in traffic at the airport, maybe. Well, my Foreflight just like snapped back to my actual physical location. So are we stuck? Dude, this is booty. For a minute I thought about playing GTA there. Yeah, I can see that. Can't wait for GTA 6. Me either. Goodness, it looks amazing. I know, I fucking love it. Till now. Thinking about getting it, but may not see me and fly sim for a while. I agree. Me too. If I tried to do that kind of low flying, I would just end up looking like the apocalypse. That's bitchin' baby from F-18. Yeah, I know. That's why I don't think it would be in this helicopter for real. Then they can only land on designated helipads that they add into the sim. Yeah, I think so too. You're in a military TFR, so it's okay. What the fuck, dude? Alright, well, we're going to restart that up real quick. So what we'll do is we'll take off from Miami, try to land on that helipad, and turn around and go back to Miami and call it a day. Let's see, let's turn on TFRs on this thing. Oh yeah. What is this around? Ah, Blue Jays and Marlins. It's a sports TFR. Oh yeah, I see it. Lone Depot Park. You want to see how janky I'm getting with my let's see. Here you go. So here's my collective. So it's basically the Honeycomb Bravo on my little box, my throttle quadrant box. And I've got a like a strap holding it down so that I can. It's janky, but it works. Say hello to yourselves, guys. That orange is what we've flown so far. Although we kind of went past Yardo out here and then turned around. And we got to about this area and then it froze up. Kind of smooth, I know. Doing what I can to not buy a collective, but I want a helicopter center stick. I want a collective with the Black Hawk grip. The last time I tried to mount my stick in the center of my Nextlevel chair, there was a lot of give in the bracket and it jiggled around a lot, so I don't use that. Damn, that's a wild strap holding down a honeycomb. Yeah. Super useful, by the way. They sell them at Walmart, and they're not as big and robust as a ratchet strap. It's just like a rope strap. Incredibly useful. If you just where did I strap down? Oh, I had to take some propane canisters, go get a refill of propane, and on the back of the back seat in my Model Y, there's like little strap hooks. So I just took one of these and strapped it down. It was perfect. Do I freight dog on a pilot's life to Columbia from Memphis tonight? I would say yeah. Who makes KCA? Who makes Columbia? Paint this chopper in Marine 1 colors and try to land at the White House lawn from Andrews. Could do that. I haven't seen them. I don't know if there is a Marine 1 or not. I was looking at liveries earlier. Actually, let's do this. Here, here. There's only like 3 pages of liveries. Yeah, I think the closest it's going to get is Homeland Security. That looks dope though. New free airport on flightsim.to is really nice. Huh. Use the child seat anchor to strap on. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. They're on the back of the back seats. I don't know. Is that how they work? I guess it makes sense that it would wrap around and hook on. So yeah, that's what I did. I thought they were for tightening shit down. I mean, I guess technically it is tightening down kid shit. All right, let's do a chat real quick, or a vote. Start a poll. All right, guys. Answer that for me. You have until we load up in the main menu, and then we're gonna go from there. So far we got Skyscraper. I don't even know where the White House is. It's the Capitol building. Supreme Court. Okay, well, I'll see what we'll do. I feel like finding the White House gonna be a bitch though. Found it. Alright, so if we do White House, I don't know where the hell I'm going, so I'm not sitting here wasting y'all's time. Ah, shit, we're at fucking 50-50. Alright, we need tiebreaker. We got 6 votes out of 10 people watching. So we need one more. We need the tiebreaker. Somebody vote. Or I'll be the tiebreaker. Alright, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, poll is ended. We're gonna do the White House. Hey, there we go. Marine 1. Never mind. Haha, check that out. Got no helipads. Alright, fuck it, we're gonna take off from here so I don't have to go through the whole startup process and bullshit. Blue Games, what up, man? What's up? I was actually playing your quick startup guide to try to refresh my brain before going live on this. Appreciate the good work. I don't know, Mama. Let me restart this piece of software. Crystal's playing Call of Duty. Alright, here is why I love Chase Plane. Import. I don't remember which one it was I was flying. Nope. Yep. We're gonna go pick up the president from Air Force One. Alright, so here's our scenario. United States President just flew in with a VIP person or some shit, and picked them up, give them a quick little scenic flight around, and then land on the White House lawn. Alright, back to cockpit view where I can see what I'm doing. Set down. Yeah, unlock that. Oh, this is a different door. Hey, amigo, how do I open this door? Alright, got our folks on board. Here we go. My parking brake on? No wonder it was doing that on the last takeoff. See you later, alligator. It's kind of cool. The scenery comes with KDCA. Oh yeah, man, it definitely did. There were a few steps that I was missing. I wasn't clicking in the cockpit, so yeah, it definitely helped big time. Yeah, Foreflight. I know I'm in TFR. It's a given. There we go. So now the charts are back. Now they're wrong size. There we go. That'll work for now. Got a cool little route planned for you guys. Got a friend of mine that used to be a shift coordinator at Spirit, and now she is dispatching aircraft for the DoD under Boeing. So she lives here in DC, dispatching for Boeing, which is also, they do a lot of DoD stuff. Oh, check it out! We could have come over here. There's the Pentagon off our right. And they got helipads and a controller or control tower for those helipads, it looks like. That's cool. No, that ain't gonna work. Oh Lord. I want to see if we can see Honest Abe up at her. Oh yeah, you can see him up in there. Pretty cool. Capitol building. What's up, guys? How y'all doing? Man, y'all getting a scenic tour. Oh yeah, no, I agree. I think the best ones at the job flying helicopter is going to be the 160th SOAR guys. Those dudes are unreal. Damn, Pentagon shit keeps popping up. This is what I need, my head tracking. Nope, cannot fly like that. I don't know if it got on it or not. Oh, we're close. Close enough. Alright, get the fuck out of the helicopter. Never seen you fly a Halo before. What do you think about? Dude, I love this thing, man. I love it. I did one stream before. Tried to save a person, and just felt like I was I was flying around in circles for like 30 minutes, struggling, not using like the auto hover and stuff, and felt like I was wasting everyone's time. So I kind of aborted on the mission, and went and landed, and got a little frustrated with it, so I deleted the episode. It's kind of cool, like getting a virtual tour of the Capitol. Oh shit. There you go. Brought El Presidente home. Alright, see y'all later. Back to Andrews, and then we out. I need to come here one day, check out all these things. This place got a wind sock anywhere? I don't see no wind socks. Be nice to have a wind sock, damn it. Blue, if you ever need a helicopter wingman, let me know. Watching that video that you made, you and that guy went and did a little rescue mission. It looks so cool seeing another MH-60 flying with. Well, ladies and gentlemen, obviously this was very different than the typical stream, but I do hope that y'all enjoyed it. Hate that everything froze up on us too when we were getting ready to land in Miami, but you know, flight sim be like that sometimes. Catch up in the chat real quick before we head on out of here. Should use the heli routes. Yeah, I thought about that, but it'd take too long looking that stuff up. President Big Hands couldn't use the door. I have rage quit helicopters many times. I don't think I've ever rage quit. They come somewhat natural. It's just when I get really busy, like mentally with just like all my what do they call it, dexterities or whatever, my left hand on the collective kind of forgets what to do, and I do the opposite of what I need to do. But I noticed that I only do that when I'm like when I'm trying to land in a very precise area. Like a second ago I noticed I did it. We're landing on the White House lawn. But man, I love helicopters, and if you ever fly on one in real life, dude, it's a completely different sensation than fixed wing. They're so slippery and just like constantly just wiggling around, and it is so cool, so cool. I'd love to visit DC. Yeah, man, me too. Ethical Vibes, how's it going? Sorry, just now getting to your messages. Look for a flag. Yeah, I thought of that too. I feel like those sometimes, depending on what kind of flags they use, the devs use, it may not be it doesn't react to the wind. It just like has its own animation. Then there's probably some that do react to the wind. Been to DC several times. I always love seeing the various monuments, buildings, etc. Even went to see George Washington's residence, Mount Vernon. Super cool. That is cool. Skystream, welcome. See, Ethical said, I am not able to get Airbus controls from a PS4 controller in Xbox PC. Are you on Xbox or are you on PC? But to be honest, I mean, it's just going to be, as far as I know, you just go into settings and set the controls correctly, like ailerons, elevator, rudder, throttle, that kind of stuff. You would set that to the PS4 controller. But I think most people, especially on PC, are only going to use the PS4 controller for like drone camera, not so much controlling the airplane. Now, if you're on Xbox, it's probably a different story. Gotcha. Okay, you're on PC. About to buy the Phoenix 320. Psh, man, welcome to the party. You're gonna love it. Because after watching all your streams in the Phoenix, it's the by far the best bang for your buck that you're gonna get of any airplane out there. Looking at a total of $70 for the 320 family, the 321, and the 319 family. Between all the engine variants and the wingtip variants, you get a ton of airplanes for the price of one 777 from PMDG. Flybar FPS sucks. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, man, I'm recording another one soon. I'll hit you up and see if you're awesome, dude. Yeah, let me know. And let me know if like what the mission would be, and I can get a little practice in before. Yeah, I did a heli tour around Hawaii. Definitely different. Yeah, I love it, man. Helicopters are cool as shit. Except, but for Boeing, it works, but not supported in Airbus. Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I don't have a whole lot of experience with flight controls on the PS4. Just because I do everything. PS4 for me is only drone camera. I've got physical controls for everything. But all right, guys. For some reason, I can't play my regular song. When I try to, it says Spotify can't play this right now. So that's why you haven't been hearing the regular song. I know a lot of y'all love that one, as well as The Royal Blood. Y'all love that one too, and it's not working. Practice search and rescue. Alright, I can do that. And landing in tight spaces. I can definitely practice that. Hopefully I'll be good at it by the time they go to record. But yeah, man, let me know. Yeah, so true. On a good day, FPS and Flywire is not bad, but I don't know. Flywire just needs. Yeah, no, I agree, man. Phoenix it's 1,000 times ahead of Flywire. Not to take away from what Flywire has done. Flywire got us through the early years of Microsoft Flight Sim, but Phoenix is just, there's nothing beats Phoenix right now. So, alright guys, well, I hope y'all have a great Sunday night. Thank y'all so much for coming to join on this very different stream. I enjoyed it. Thought it was a ton of fun. I love flying helicopters. Love flying this MH-60. Love flying in scenic areas. Next time we fly this helicopter, we're going to do it out in Yosemite and go check out some of the beautiful terrain out there in Microsoft 24. And until then, guys, I don't know, maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll leave this little setup and we'll fly that tomorrow if I have time before I go to work. Should have some time. I'm back on nights tomorrow. I've worked 4 nights and then I'm on vacation, but I am going back to Louisiana to visit family on my vacation, then coming back on Friday for a concert on Saturday. So it might be a minute until I stream again if I don't stream tomorrow, but stay tuned. I may not go to Monroe the entire week because of Bella. She gets really stressed out when I'm gone, and her condition's been getting a little bit worse. So anyways, guys, have a great night, and as always, my name is Wrong Side. Be good or be good at it. Keep it on the wrong side, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.